उतर जाता मकान तक हिला दे रहे
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
बच्चे जी रात में खाएगा या जमा बच्चे बच्चे रात में नहीं खाया था जी फिर
अरे कुछ नहीं होता
नहीं खा रहे नक्को जी
नको
Okay, she's all patched up. Where did you say you found her? How'd she get wounded so badly?
Just on the beach not far from here. It was the usual suspects.
Hey, Chaska! What's going on over here?
Paimon? And Tumaini?
Oh, hey, it's you two. Been a while. Yeah, thankfully Chaska got her to me in good time, so I think she'll pull through.
Hey, Chaska! What's going on over here?
She was attacked by secret source automatons. I was on patrol nearby, so luckily for her, I was able to get her to safety. The automatons weren't so lucky.
Oh, them again, huh? What is it with those maniacal machines?
Real tired, bro! Real tired! Secret source automatons? That's strange.
Yeah, who knows what's gotten into them recently. They've been attacking Saurians and merchants on the outskirts. No need. You've already done plenty by getting the Abyss off our backs. Without them draining our resources, our warriors can handle these rust buckets no problem. Besides, like our ancestors used to say, one's own nest is one's own to protect. We can't go dumping all our problems onto you.
Come on! What happened to birds of a feather? We're your friends! Plus, we'll be leaving for Notcry soon, so, you know, while we're still here...
Huh, fair point. It's been a while since we got to fight together. One last hurrah then, for old time's sake? We could hit the beach. The automatons have been pretty active there lately.
Awesome! Let's go! Let's go!
If hunting down war machines is just...
No way, bro!
Where are they? Must find them. Traveler. Paimon. Then return home.
Takes me right back to the Night Warden Wars. What's going on over there?
Oh no! Looks like she's passed out! automaton! Quick, save her! Watch out!
Bring it! Letting grave names echo!
Watch out! Umbrella warfare, I guess! Fire! Well, with rocks. Feeling lucky? Everybody stand back! Strike a pose!
Let the mountain's veins boil!
This one's got your name on it!
Aoife, how's it looking? Is she badly hurt?
Hard to say. You might want to see this for yourselves. A vet treating a human is one thing, but I'm not sure I'm qualified for this.
You called out a human? Bro! Whoa, okay. She's a machine?
A machine built to look like a human, I guess. Is this a new model of automaton?
Return home,
She spoke!
Paimon.
What? You heard that too, right?
Oh, take a look at this. I found it on the ground next to her. See the picture on top? That's you guys, right?
Really? Wait, a blonde person with a white balloon? That can't be right! You bet, bro!
There's also a cipher disk on it. I guess it needs a code to unlock it.
We have two gunslingers here. Can't we just blast it open?
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it. I've seen the scions of the canopy use similar devices when they're sending confidential messages. If you put in the wrong code or try to open it by force, it triggers a self-destruct mechanism inside.
Sure looks that way. Question is, who's the messenger? So, we gotta revive a high-tech humanoid and...
Sounds like a plan! Time to head you bet, bro!
Do you know if Shilonen is... Oh, you're up. I figured you'd be taking a nap at this hour.
Oh, yeah, perfect. First Mawika, now Chaska. Did you come all this way just to make fun of me?
Whoa, what a mess! You, looking for something?
Well, I have those secret source automatons to thank for all this. Mawika wants me to come up with a solution. It's like she thinks I'm a miracle worker or something. But I'm not, so to make up for the difference, I've been spending all day sifting through documentation. Anyway, what about you guys, huh? What curveball have you come to throw at me today?
Well,
Hold up. Is she a robot?
We picked her up on the beach near the Flowerfeather clan, along with this cryptix. Seems like a message intended for the traveler.
A cryptex? Huh. Still in one piece. I'm surprised you didn't try to blast it open. Let's see here. The Fontanian cipher disk, metal case from Liyue. Looks like this was cobbled together from spare parts, although the inner workings are pretty intricately designed. It's a good thing you didn't try and brute force it. Could be a tricky one, since it uses a combination of several different... I'm assuming it's not worth the risk.
The only other option is to get our messenger to tell us the code. Is that doable? Can you wake her up?
Well, the device in her chest looks pretty similar to the core you'd find on a secret source automaton, but the other components, I've never seen anything like them in Natlan before. I'll see what I can do.
she woke up!
All I did was stimulate the core. I did not expect that to work.
White. Flying object. Blonde. Traveler. Traveler. Paimon?
Wow. You recognize us?
Task in progress. Deliver message to Traveler and White Flying Companion. Message location confirmed. Status delivered.
You're pretty smart for a robot. Can you tell us the code for the message?
Code?
Oh, maybe not so smart after all. A code? You know, like a number that you put in to unlock the message?
Memory. Missing.
What? Memory missing?
Yeah, there's always a snag. Is there anything else you do remember, besides these two?
Name. Memory missing.
Oh, not again! Why would her memories be missing? Can robots even get amnesia?
You said something about returning home earlier. Where's home for you? Any memories about that?
Return home. Task in progress. Memory missing.
Oh, so that's it then. Her memories are gone for good?
Not necessarily. Judging by her reaction, it's possible that her memory integrity isn't compromised, just locked behind an isolation mechanism.
Yeah, but what does that mean for us, though? In words we can understand.
It means she hasn't lost her memories. They're in there somewhere, she just can't access them right now. Like, when you know something, but the harder you try to remember it, the more it gives you a headache. Is that what's going on?
Finding near synonyms for headache. Cognition module. Pain. Correct.
Robots can feel pain too?
Well, pain can be a useful parameter. Experiencing pain is how baby humans and saurians learn what to do and what not to do. In a similar vein, I've heard that a lot of highly autonomous machines are designed with negative feedback mechanisms for behavioral regulation.
Whoa, slow down. Could you simplify that for Paimon?
Oh, okay. Well, if I call it a curse, is that easier to understand? Imagine if you're a big shot shaman from the Masters of the Nightwind and you send your disciple on an errand to the Flowerfeather clan. To stop him from treating it like a vacation, you might put a curse on him that causes a physical and mental breakdown if he strays from the right path. That way, you can be sure he'll stick to the straight and narrow and won't go frolicking off.
Jeez. Sounds like the horror story version of Granny Eatsley that parents tell their kids about.
The point is, manufacturers often hardwire restrictions like this into autonomous machines to make sure they operate as intended.
Yeah, but why would you curse a machine to lose their memories? What purpose could that possibly serve? In her case, all it's done is make it harder for her to complete her tasks.
Task. Failed. Sincere apologies.
Well, without knowing the exact details of the curse, it's, anyone.
Sure. I'm alright. I have assessed the pain level as tolerable. I must complete my task.
Hey, Traveler, have you ever seen a humanoid machine like this? Anywhere else you've been? Ah, of course. Yeah, some of her joints and a few components look pretty Fontanian to me.
Fontaine. They make good pastries there.
Hey! That triggered something! Hey! Never mind that. So, is Fontaine your home?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's one promising lead nipped in the bud.
You mean her hairpiece? Oh, yeah, I think I know what you mean. What do they call them in Mondstadt again?
Mondstadt. The maids there are very hardworking.
That's it! A maid! Although, as far as Paimon's aware, the maids in Mondstadt are all fully human.
A maid. Okay, that would explain a lot of the internal design choices. So, you're from Mondstadt then?
No.
How come she responds so much faster when the answer is no?
Natlanese core, Fontanian joints, Mondstadt hairpiece. Maybe no single nation is her home. She's just like the Cryptex in that sense, a mishmash of parts from all over the world.
In that case, where exactly is home to you? Is it where you were built? Where you live most of the time? Or a place you can always come back to?
Home is just home, isn't it?
Okay. Feels like this is getting us nowhere. Any other ideas, Shilonen? How do we get her memories back?
If her cognition is impaired, maybe her body is the place to look. I found a lot of interesting things when I was examining her just now. Do you remember this little robot? Apparently, you were together when they found you on the beach.
Oh,
Nice! So you remember how to switch it on. Now, could you try doing something similar to your right arm?
is this a broom?
She really is a robo-maid?
Wow, very good indeed. Now then, could I trouble you to tidy up my workshop?
Are you serious right now?
Well, if she's a robo-maid, maybe doing some household chores will jog her memory. Yeah, just...
Hey, come on! The poor thing's only just woken up. Don't you think this is a bit much?
Understood. Commencing task. Sorting large objects.
She's really doing it. Well,
Cleaning floor. Defensive mode engaged. Cleanup sequence initiated. Defensive mode engaged. Sorting small objects. Outlander Brigade. When the wind of death blew towards the blonde samurai.
Wait, isn't that a light novel that Seat Lolly left here by mistake?
The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilichurl is that I only need to eat sunsetias to become stronger. Discusses energy acquisition from the sunsetia fruit.
Maybe I should keep a closer eye on what Nipika's reading.
Introduction of ancient machines. Grammatically elegant and rhetorically sophisticated, author displays a high level of linguistic mastery. Category: Classical Literature.
What in the world? That isn't classical literature. She's finally done. Huh? Is that a woven scroll down there? Oh, looks a little dirty. Could you clean it up?
Understood. Cleaning woven scroll.
Wow, it's like it's brand new. Hey, this looks like someone from the Children of Echoes. Shilonen, is this a relative of yours?
Oh, a relative? No. That's Ishkik, ancient name Baraka, founder of the Children of Echoes and one of the 6 heroes.
Wait, Baraka? Isn't that your ancient name too?
Yep, she was the first recorded bearer of that name. She and her friends went on a mission to defeat the Pyro Dragon. She dismantled many ancient machines built by Dragonkind, hoping to put them to use for the good of humanity. But most of her research was lost to history. It's a real shame. I'm sure we'd all have much easier lives if we had access to all that tech.
What happened? Useful stuff like that normally doesn't just get forgotten.
Ochkon happened. An old friend of the 6 who ended up ruling Natlan shortly after the war, and went full tyrant. He despised everything to do with Dragonkind, and persecuted everyone who showed any kind of sympathies toward their civilization. He even turned on Ishkik, one of his closest allies. Ultimately, she took her own life, bringing a once amicable friendship to a tragic end.
Ishkik burned her workshop to the ground to make sure Ochkon...
That's right. One of her friends managed to preserve a small amount of her work. The other person you see on that woven scroll, the same person I inherited the ancient name Vuka from. It was said that she was raised by a dragon mother, then went on to found the Flower Feather clan. The uncrowned queen who brought freedom to the weak and to the persecuted Saurians. The Yunka.
Malfunction. This is not the way. This is not where you belong. Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Stay back!
If she's a robo-maid, why is she suddenly acting like a lethal weapon? Ah! What's that sound? A lightning strike? It's gotta be a lightning strike! Why couldn't it hit Kniech on the head?
If there was a lightning storm, I'd have thrown you into the sky by now. Aoife mentioned that you'd brought a humanoid machine to the Children of Echoes. I'm working a job at the moment, and the description was a good match for my target. Humanoid machine. Looks like a maid. Highly destructive. Yeah, this is my target, all right.
Wait! Kniech! Just hold on for a second!
A group of merchants tasked me with locating their missing travel companion. They should be here soon. Want to come and meet them?
Huh?
What did you think I was about to do? Not every job I take on is a hunt, you know.
All right. I'm sorry. Let's go meet these merchants then.
Nefa?
Inefa! They found you at last! Thank goodness you're okay.
My apologies. Who are you?
Oh no, your memory's gone again? Even your name this time?
Again?
Liyue, Fontaine, Sumeru. This is quite a diverse crew.
So, are you her manufacturers or family?
No way. None of us have that kind of skill. She's Aino's handiwork.
Aino?
From now on, your name's Inefa. Promise me. Remember, you have to come home.
Malfunction.
Inefa, are you okay?
Looks like she's getting worse. Is this all our fault?
Can you guys tell us what all this is about? Where are you from? And what's wrong with with Inefa?
So sorry. I should have introduced myself. My name's Joachine, and I'm a merchant. This is my wife and daughter, and the rest are friends of the family. We're all from Nodcry.
Nodcry?
Wouldn't have been my first guess. How'd you all meet exactly?
That's the thing about Nodcry. It kind of brings together the drifters from all over the world.
Yeah, we're all merchants who ended up finding our feet in Nasha Town. Nodcry. It was going okay until all the trouble started.
Trouble?
The Fatui. They came down from the north. They've made some big moves in Nodcry lately. It's caused quite a bit of friction with the local religious groups.
That's one way to put it. You know what I heard? They pulled the whole moon down.
That, plus the incident with the moon statues? Surely the Frost Moon Scions aren't going to take all this lying down.
Anyway, there us regular folks were just trying to make a steady living while getting increasingly worried that it's gonna turn ugly. In the end, we figured heading back to our respective homes is probably the best thing for now. So we decided to make the journey together.
And me?
Your case is, a little different. But you did come here on the same boat as us.
And it was smooth sailing, until we got attacked by those weird machines as we were coming into shore.
Weird machines? Secret Source automatons by any chance? Inefa saved us all. She jumped off the ship and told us to leave without her.
Really? I did that?
As soon as we'd found another place to dock, we looked around for someone to help us. We'd have paid anything to get her back.
Hence why our price negotiation went so smoothly. However, the Traveler and party were the ones who actually saved Anefa. And Shalonen is the one who woke her up. I'll have to include their costs in the final bill.
Oh, please. I barely did anything. All credit to Anefa. She only woke up because of her build quality, so I guess I should say all credit to this Aino, then? Her core is remarkably resilient. It's a rare find, even among Natlan's source mechanisms. Was Aino the one who modified it?
Oh! If so, then we just need to get Aino to come here and fix her! Then she'll get all her memories back!
I'm afraid that's not gonna work. The core is most likely just something Aino picked up on one of her scavenger hunts. I doubt she did much beyond salvaging it. And as for the memory thing, Anefa's whole reason for joining us on our journey was to come to Natlan and look for her missing memories.
Please explain in more detail.
All right. Although I've lost count of how many times we've been through this, and I'm only telling you what you originally told me. Although Aino built you, she never could figure out where your core came from or how it works. The only thing she was fairly sure of was that it's not from Nodcry. Things were fine at the start. You'd occasionally forget to pay for your groceries or add salt to a dish you were cooking, but that was as bad as it got. Until one day, you were sweeping the floor, and suddenly you forgot your own strength. Nearly took the entire wall down. The worst part of that was, Anefa had completely forgotten that Aino was on the other side of that wall.
Huh?
Aino was fine, of course, didn't bat an eyelid, but since then, Anefa has been searching for a way to try and repair herself. Anyway, a bunch of mechanical parts from Natlan showed up in Nodcry recently, and you noticed they bore some similarities to your core. Then you learned that a group of us were planning to return home, stopping off in Natlan on the way, so you tracked us down and joined the crew. Well, does any of that jog your memory?
No.
Didn't think so.
Has her memory loss always been this serious?
No. When we first set off, she'd have the occasional memory lapse, but it only lasted a moment. Didn't really affect anything. I seriously doubt Aino would have let her come on this trip if it had been that bad. But then, the closer we got to Natlan, the worse her symptoms got.
She was already in a pretty bad state by the time she went to fend off those machine things. And now? I wonder if that battle just made things worse.
Poor enough.
My friends, I know we've only just arrived in Natlan, but from what I've heard, you're some of this nation's top talents. Is there anything you can do to cure her? Anything at all?
Perhaps coming to Natlan was a bad idea after all.
Well, it's too early to say. Don't forget that before I was interrupted by you guys, I'd just started my deep dive into researching the secret source automatons.
My job isn't done yet either. You wanted your travel companion back, safe and sound. I still have work to do.
So, why don't you all stick around here in Natlan a little longer? Your ship got attacked, and since then, you've been scrambling to try and find your missing crew member. Sounds like you need some time to catch your breath.
Yeah, I was just thinking, we could do with a breather. But where would we stay?
How about the Flower Feather clan? In my tribe, weary travelers are always welcome.
Flower Feather Clan.
In the meantime, we'll try to find whatever information we can about Anefa. After all, she has a message for our Tumaini. So this is as much our business as it is yours.
Oh yeah! Paimon had practically forgotten all about that. You guys don't happen to know the code?
Oh, the code for the cryptex. Sorry, Anefa wouldn't tell us anything about that.
You gotta wonder what sort of a person sends a robot with amnesia to deliver their messages.
To be fair, they couldn't have known things would get this bad.
Also, Anefa told me she had a backup plan to make sure she wouldn't forget the code. A backup plan? Great! So what is it?
Backup plan. Memory missing.
Huh. Well, as long as we get her memories back, that'll solve everything, right?
Oh, yeah, okay, because it's that simple. Wait, you do realize I can't promise anything, don't you?
I do. I also know that every time you say that, you end up getting the job done.
I'm gonna get in touch with some other people who might be able to help us. Tumaini, Paimon. See you around.
Bye, Kanich! Oh, and bye, Ahau. Actually, that's weird. Why is Ahau so quiet today?
You're being very strange today.
Am I? Tell me one strange thing I've said!
That's the strange part. You haven't protested to anything I've done today. Not the original price for the job, not the revised timeline, none of it.
That's because I fainted from your stupidity! You stupefied me into a stupor! Got it? Is something wrong with my memory? Or is that really who I think it is? Who cares? She isn't my problem. The last few days really flew by. Do you think Anefa and the merchants are enjoying their stay at the Flower Feather Clan? Let's go see how they're doing! Do you think Anefa will like this gift we got her? See? It said yes!
Are you sure? Cause when I asked it who's the better hero, Ishkik or Leonka, it gave the exact same answer.
Hey, you hear that? That's the answer it gave when I asked who'd win in a fight between Kukuku and Ahau! You guys, it's just making random beeps. Whoa! Is that Tumaini and the flying expert? Beep beep. Yes, it's us. Anyway, where's Anefa?
Probably out mopping up those mad machines as usual. There must be a lot of them, cause she hardly ever comes back for a rest.
Wait, all by herself? Are we sure that's a good idea after what happened last time?
Anefa said that since she lost her memories, her cognition module's been running more smoothly, and it's greatly boosted efficiency in cleaning and tidying tasks. I think that was it.
Huh. So, losing her memories has somehow made her a better fighter? She's awesome! I saw her carrying a whole pile of beaten-up machines in one hand!
All the grown-ups say that they feel much safer leaving the house now, thanks to her. So, we thought it'd be nice to give her a little gift.
We've tried giving her flowers and feathers, but it seemed like she didn't like them very much. That got us thinking. Maybe robot people don't like the same things as us. Aha! So that's why you made her this flower out of mechanical parts. Yeah, we still don't know if she'll like it, though. It's okay, Arieta. She'll love this one. I'm sure of it. But what if she doesn't? This might be my last chance. Well, now that all of my mom and dad's other friends from Nodcry have left to go home, it's just us left. And they said today, it's our turn to go home too. Already? Wasn't the plan to stick around until Anefa gets better? Dad says everyone back home is expecting us, and he doesn't want us to overstay our welcome here. He thought we should at least make sure Inefa wasn't getting any worse first, but now that it's been a few days, he says it's time we made a move. To be honest, I can kinda understand. He hasn't been home in so many years. Mom and I can tell that he misses Liyue a lot. Ah, no wonder. So, what about your mom then? Guessing she's not from Liyue. No, she's from Notcry. She met my dad after he moved there. I was born there too. He's been there the whole time I was growing up, so he hasn't been home in at least 10 years.
Don't worry. We'll write to you and let you know how Inefa's doing. You bet. And once she's all better, we'll bring her to visit you in Liyue.
Yeah, so don't worry too much about the flower. I'm sure she'll love it. But even if not, you'll have other chances in the future. Although, I guess we still need to wait till she gets back. I wonder how much longer she'll be.
Who knows? Seems like she takes longer and longer every time she goes out. Can't we go take it to her? No, wait. The grown-ups would never let us do that.
What am I gonna do? If she doesn't get back soon, I might run out of time. Oh, really? Thanks, Tumaini.
Threat eliminated. Scanning for next target.
Inefa!
Traveler, Paimon. Annihilation mode disengaged. Chat mode activated.
Chat mode, huh? Huh. You'd probably get along well with a Fontanian magician friend of ours. She does modes instead of moods, too.
Good morning. Nice to see you again. What lovely weather we're having.
Hey! Don't you start too. One robot's enough.
These are some standard greetings I learned recently. 3 greetings in a row equals thrice the greetment. Hypothetically speaking.
Where did you get greetment from? Never mind. You're doing a whole lot better than the last time we met.
Yes. My cognition and language modules are recovering well. I can now sustain fluid conversation. But I have still been unable to retrieve the memory containing the code to the cryptex. I will keep trying. Sincere apologies. Yes, now that a convenient moment to change the topic has presented itself. What is that object in your hand? A new model of source mechanism? Flower. Flowers are plant reproductive organs. But I detect no signs of life.
It's more like a flower built from mechanical components.
Understood. A flower-shaped machine component. What is its function? Which module is it designed for? Is it compatible with my hardware?
It doesn't have a function. It's just for looking at. You know, a cute little souvenir.
Cute little souvenir. But if a cryptex is for sending messages, machines are for performing tasks. What about this flower? What is it for? Gratitude?
Yeah. If someone helps you out, you help them back. And if someone gives you a gift, you get them something in return. That's how we show gratitude to other people.
The Flower Feather Clan took me in, so I'm neutralizing threats near their territory. Like that?
Yes, exactly. You got it. So, it all makes sense now, right?
But is this not tit for tat? I heard Mr. Kenichi use this term.
No, that's completely different.
I will. Gratitude.
In terms of its purpose, think of it as a memento of your friendship.
Memento? Important memory. Memento.
Here, wear this flower. And this feather, too. There. Much better. Gotta look your best for your big journey. It's just a flower. It's not that heavy. Just think of it as a little souvenir from me. Something to take with you on the road. That's right, a souvenir. Sometimes when people have something important to remember, they'll pick an object to use as a reminder of that thing. Even if you end up forgetting everything, this flower will always keep blooming. It could take 1,000 times, maybe 2,000, but maybe one day you'll see the flower bloom, and suddenly you'll remember the reason for your journey. No, everyone's on their own path, and they have to walk it alone. Just as your journey is yours and no one else's. Besides, I have no plan to go to war against him. We both owe each other far more than our mere lives. If either of us actually wanted to claim on that debt, all they'd have to do is ask. If anything, I pity him. In a way, his situation's not so different from yours. But in his case, it's turned him into something neither human nor dragon. The more he chases the sun, the more it blinds him to the creatures who live by its light. You were once, well, she was once the enemy of humankind. And Ochkan doesn't care to distinguish between you and her like Ishkik and I do. He sees you as the same being. So if you stay behind, and especially if you help me, it'll only stoke the flames of his blind hatred even further. Come on, you have bigger things to worry about than me right now. You have a huge journey ahead of you. That should be your focus. Have faith. This tribe will kneel to no one. They will never be slaves. If they lose their leader, someone else will take up the mantle. Heck, even a child who's barely learned how to walk could do it. All right, time to go. Some things are destined to be forgotten. Don't let it get to you. In 1,000 years' time, you'll have a life far, far away from here. So go. Cross the ocean. Find a new place to belong.
Malfunction who betrayed us all. You dare seek a place to belong?
Hinefa, what's wrong?
I was... Sincere apologies. My cognition module crashed for a moment. It is now fixed.
Is it because you've been fighting for too long? Oh, you need to rest. Come on, let's get you back.
Back? Back to the Flower Feather Clan?
Yeah, of course. Everything else aside, Adieta and her folks will be leaving soon. Don't you want to say a proper goodbye?
Yes. The closer I am to the Flower Feather Clan, the more erratic my cognition module becomes. Occasionally, unidentified data surfaces from my memory banks.
Memory data? So, what about that curse Shilonen mentioned? Does it not hurt to remember anymore?
It does. Even now, it still hurts. I have merely switched off the corresponding facial expressions to avoid making other people uncomfortable. But if I do not recall my memories, I cannot complete my task.
So, Is this why you've been spending so much time out here?
When memory data surfaces, there is a high probability that my cognition module will crash. This constitutes a safety risk. Therefore, I have been spending time away from the tribe.
Yeah, exactly! Whatever happens, we'll make sure things don't get out of hand.
Assessing relative combat capability. Paimon, approximately 1/5.
1/5? Of what?
Traveler. Risk mitigated. Strategy.
Chamber full and...
Let's fly!
I can't thank you enough for hosting us these past few days. And thanks for agreeing to look after Anefa. I know it's a lot to ask.
It's alright. She'll be in good hands.
She never came back. I guess I'll have to leave without saying goodbye.
Hey now, you'll see her again. And we have so much to look forward to in Liyue. All those Shao lanterns lighting up the sky. You've always wanted to see that.
Arieta. Amu. Joashin. I am back.
Huh? Anefa? You brought her back? Thanks so much. Don't mention it.
Also, gratitude for the flower. What does it feel like to know where you are returning to?
That's a strange question. As soon as you're all better, you'll be returning to Not Cry. Oh, and we forgot to say, we're actually heading there ourselves soon. Maybe we can travel together.
Not Cry. Is that home?
Huh?
Cognition module unable to define home. All the memory data that has presented itself recently has been related to Natlan. But the merchants tell me that I have family waiting for me in Not Cry. If I do recover my memories, which time period will they be from? And will the post-recovery me be the same me that I am now, or someone different?
Phew. That's a deep question.
What is it that you're afraid of? Are you worried the new you will be so different you don't even recognize her?
Finding near synonyms for mind and conflict. Cognition module. Split. Yes. Once I have been split, will it change the way I define home?
Now that's a tough question. A lot of people and a lot of Saurians spend their whole lives searching for an answer to that. But if you want my opinion, home is somewhere you can always return to, wherever that might be. No matter how far you fly, there will always be someone back there waiting for you. No matter how battered and bruised you get, you can always go back there to rest and recover. I guess you could say it's somewhere you belong. Wherever it is that your memories guide you back to, I'm sure it'll be somewhere you feel safe, somewhere you feel you belong. Of course, everyone's situation is different, and I don't know how applicable my experience is in your case, but consider it A reference point, I guess?
Okay.
And at the end of the day, I mean, who says you can't have more than one home? There's no law against it. Someone's looking for us. Hopefully this means there's been some progress. Don't be afraid to recover your memories. They might contain the answers you're looking for.
Got it.
Recover your memories. Malfunction. Have you forgotten why you cast them away to begin with?
Didn't think it'd be you.
Why? Don't you think I'd want to do my part to help the traveler? And anyway, no one's more qualified than the Masters of the Nightwind when it comes to Natlan's ancient history.
Ancient history? Wow. Even by Seatlali standards?
If you think I didn't hear that, you're sorely mistaken. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. I don't know if you noticed, but Kenichi's little sidekick has been acting a little strange around Inefa. After you parted ways, Kenich put him in timeout for 3 whole days and nights. Then he had Aoife send Kakuku to torment him for another night. Finally, Ahau got so infuriated with Kakuku's pestering that he lost his cool and let slip a crucial piece of information. 2 words: Sovereign Ruler.
Sovereign ruler? So what? Isn't that just how he introduces himself?
It is, and I always assumed it was a load of hot air. But apparently not. Turns out the title refers to the 13 dragon lords who ruled Natlan in ancient times. Wait, really? How? It took me forever to figure this out. Anyway, the 13 sovereign rulers are not ordinary dragons, but forms of artificial intelligence created by the Pyro Dragon using secret source technology. They had superior intelligence and greater authority than even the ancient dragons themselves. Each ruled over a portion of Natlan's territory. But one by one, they disappeared during the war with the heroes. Even most of their names are unknown now, long since buried in the sands of time. If we hadn't managed to pry that tidbit out of Ahau's mouth, I would have had no idea where to even start.
I always thought that little monster's biggest claim to fame was arguing with Kakuku for an entire day. He has quite a history then, huh? Which of the 13 was he?
Not a clue. So far, he has staunchly refused to reveal which of the sovereign rulers he was. My guess is that he doesn't even remember. Remember, these rulers were supposed to be powerful forms of artificial intelligence. And Ahau, well, it hardly seems like he's still in his prime. I'll bet he's lost most of his memories and power by now.
Lost memories.
Yet, despite that, Ahau seemed to sense the presence of a fellow sovereign ruler when you were nearby. Specifically, it's the core in your chest he was reacting to.
What? Inefa's a sovereign ruler too?
Could be. Kenich and Aoife have been keeping a close watch on Ahau, in case he reveals anything else. But so far, it seems like those 2 words are all he remembers.
Darn! So the trail's gone cold.
Not completely. There's also Lianka and the Flower Feather clan, both of which have triggered a response from Inefa so far. And as it happens, out of the sovereign rulers that I was able to dig up information on, there was one who had a very close relationship with Lianka. Her name was the Priestess of Floral Candles and Skyborn Feathers, otherwise known as the 8th Lord. She ruled over what is now the Flower Feather clan's territory. The records claim that she didn't die in the war with humanity, but was executed by her own kind. Her crime being betrayal of dragonkind by secretly raising a human. Lianka.
Huh? Shaska, did you know this?
Some of it. Our tribe's origin story has Lianka being raised by a dragon. And of the 6 heroes, she had the closest relationship with dragonkind. After raising her, her surrogate mother then encouraged her to leave the nest and seek her own path. She traveled far and wide, settling disputes between humans and Saurians. She didn't pick sides based on past grievances between humanity and dragonkind. She stood up for the weak, protecting them from those more powerful who sought to exploit them. Gradually, a community of like-minded people and Saurians gathered around her, united by their desire for freedom and equality. And that was how the Flower Feather clan began. But that's as much as the legends say. They never mentioned her dragon mother's name, or what became of her in the end.
Oh, sorry. My cognition module is acting up again. At some point during this conversation, it started behaving very erratically. You mentioned that the priestess of floral candles and skyborn feathers was executed. Might I ask how?
Unfortunately, the humans of that time weren't privy to all the details of dragon affairs. The only records we have are vague references from after the fact. It's very possible that this is mere speculation or complete fabrication, so don't give too much weight to it. But for what it's worth, it's said that a curse was placed on the priestess by one of the other rulers. If she truly harbors pro-human sentiment, then for every ounce of goodwill she feels, may her mind be flooded with pain of immeasurable proportions. In the savage conflict and chaos that followed, the priestess's mind was ultimately destroyed.
Jeez. What a... Kyushin? Definitely sounds like the history writers used some artistic license there.
I'm fine. This didn't seem to trigger any erratic behavior. So, do you think that my origins have something to do with this sovereign ruler?
Interesting. Well, I brought some woven scrolls with me that might be useful. Have a... Don't say anything. In a moment, I'm going to leave. I need you to join me, discreetly. It's just a little spell based on our prior experience. I'll explain everything shortly when you catch up with me. Well, I need to get going now. If I find out anything more, I'll keep you updated.
Gratitude. Goodbye.
Bye, Sweet Lolly.
Now's your chance. Slip away quietly while they've got their heads buried in those woven scrolls. Meet me at the other side of the settlement.
Cherished companions.
I'm a little out of practice these days. Any conflicts around? I'm in the mood for some peacemaking. When you lose your way, gaining some altitude can bring some perspective.
Ad Astra Abyss. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward. Ad Astra Abyss. Ad Astra Abyss. Ad Astra Abyss. Ah, traveler. You have come at just the right time. I have something for you. You're certainly very familiar with the kind of work we do, but I'm afraid this has nothing to do with any of the above commissions. Please take this brand new Adventurers Guild notebook. The Adventurer Handbook is for recording details of your completed commissions and intel on all sorts of monsters, whereas this notebook is for recording the marvelous people and wonderful events you encounter on your travels. I hope it will be of help to you. Anyway, that's all for now. My commission is complete. Safe travels, traveler. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Take me up! This one's got your name on it! Shower me with praise! Umbrella warfare, I guess!
What a place.
Hiya!
This Christ is
Here. Best I don't see you over in
Sounds good to me.
This one's got your name on it! This one's got your name on it!
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
I'm going in! Fire! Well, feeling lucky? Hey there! Let the world collide!
One with nature.
This one's got your name on it! Everybody stand back! Attack! That's the way! Feeling lucky?
As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
Shower me with pain! Off we go!
One with nature.
Coming at ya! Feeling lucky? I'm going in! Ha!
Into the wind.
Umbrella warfare, I guess! A proper send-off from Messina with love!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. The wind knows me.
Time to shine! Umbrella warfare, I guess! Hey there! Yoo-hoo! Teamwork is dreamwork! This one's got your name on it! Umbrella warfare, I guess! Hey there! Shower me with praise!
Let's light it up! Adventure time!
Where did that come from? No one's joined me on an adventure in 8 ages. Come on, let's go!
Umbrella warfare, I guess! A proper send-off!
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call.
Yeah! You can't run! Punishment! Animal hypostasis emulate!
This is where you fall. Overruled.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive! Everybody stand back! Feeling lucky? This one's got your name on it! Fire! Well, feeling lucky? Strike a pose!
As one with wind and cloud.
Fate is upon you! Shadows of fate! Yeah! Animal test 6308! Absorption test!
Laid bare.
Out of the way! Ow! That's gonna hurt! Teamwork is dreamwork! Yoo-hoo!
One with nature.
Feeling lucky? Umbrella warfare, I guess! Don't worry. Time to shine!
The wind knows.
Let me scry!
Overruled. Decided by destiny. Everlasting as the moon.
Lights out.
Judgment.
Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal module.
Transfixed.
Stand clear. Absorption test. Animal test 63.
Yeah! Written in the stars. Delved into death. This is where you fall.
Now it's your
Go
turn.
in!
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds come.
Let my name echo in song.
Use the force.
Feeling lucky. Feeling lucky. Fire! Well,
Let's light it up!
let me scry.
Overruled.
Animal hypostasis.
Judgment. Go on. You can't run.
Stand clear. Absorption test. Animal test 62.
Transfixed. Delved into destiny.
All right, here comes another one.
Hey there!
Short work.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Strike a pose!
Feeling lucky.
There's no return!
Attack! Feeling lucky.
Fate is upon you! Overruled! You can't run! Shiver!
Swirl. Mark 2.
Everlasting as the moon!
Absorption test. Don't break my clock. Let me. Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Yeah. Lights out. Enhanced animal module 7.
Written in the stars! Laid bare. Witness my rise. You can't run! Transfixed!
Animal test 6308.
Get ourselves a
Let's
surprise.
light it up! As one with wind and cloud!
Everybody stand back! Yoo-hoo!
Not this time.
Absorption test. I should sleep on it.
Fate is upon you. Delve into destiny.
Feeling lucky? Watch out! A proper send-off! From the steep... Time to shine!
Clouds high. The birds call into the wind.
Everybody stand back!
This one's got your name on it! Feeling lucky? Watch out! And not a proper send-off! From the Spinoid?
The wind knows it.
Strike a pose!
As one with wind and cloud.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Let the world come alive! This one's got your name on it! Hey there! Fire! Well, with rock.
I'm going in!
One with nature. Fallen leaves adorn my night.
Time to shine!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
This one's got your name on it! This one's got your name on it! Chat!
The wind knows it.
Written in the stars! Judgment! Shiver! Overruled! Everlasting as the moon!
Swirl, Mark II!
Decided by destiny!
Yeah!
Witness my rise! Laid bare!
Punishment!
Everlasting as the moon!
Fate is upon you! Stand clear! Absorption test! Enhanced animal module!
I'm going in!
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud.
Hey there! Hey there!
Use the force off.
Proper send-off! From the Spina with love! Coming at ya!
Resistance is futile.
Clouds high. The birds come.
Yoo-hoo! Everybody stand back! Coming at ya! This one's got your name on it!
The wind knows it.
Let my name
one's got your name on it! Fire! Well, teamwork is dreamwork!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Coming at ya!
Behold the abyss.
Decided by destiny! You can't run!
Hear the
Overruled!
The gift of grace. Peace be with
Delve into
Peace be
This is where you fall.
my holy proclamation.
Animal test 6308! Yeah!
The truth shall
Swirl,
set
Mark
you
II, fate
free.
is upon you. Let me scry.
Hear ye the word The truth shall set you free.
Go on.
Hear ye the word
Don't break my glasses.
Grace
Delve into
be
depths.
upon
Stand
you.
clear. Get out of here! Strike a pose! Hey there! This one's got yours!
Into the wind!
Everybody stand back! Let's light it up! Fire! Well, with be a little lucky. Umbrella warfare, I guess.
One with nature! Clouds high, the birds call!
Teamwork is dream! Show a new thing! Attack! Be a little lucky!
Into the wind! Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
This one's got your name on it! Fire! Well, with God, everybody stand back! Let the world come alive! Watch out! Haha! Huh? Fire! Well, with rocks. Be a little lucky! Absorption test. Overruled. I hear children sing. Written in the stars. Stand clear. Animal hypostasis and punishment. You can't run. Shadows of fate. Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Delve into destiny. Fate is upon you. Animal test 6308. Judgment! Shiver! Swirl, Mark II! You can't run! Stand clear! Unexpected outcome. Let me scry! Judgment! Lights out. Yes. You can't run.
Facts.
Off we go! Ha! Yeah!
ये कौन लेगा?
नहीं दूध है।
अरे
I'm going in! Huh? Off we go! Off we go!
Considering this library organizing job was classified as a premium commission, Paimon came mentally prepared, you know? But seeing it in person is something else.
Why, if it isn't Cutie and Paimon? What brings you back to Mondstadt? Let me guess. You missed me so much you just had to come visit. Is that it? You've become quite the flatterer since we last saw each other, haven't you?
Found you! We were starting to think you weren't clocking in today.
Well, I wasn't planning to. But then, Catherine mentioned someone had finally accepted an important commission for the library. So I came to check on things. Might you both be here for that very, music to my ears? Now, as you can see, a certain anonymous benefactor has donated a large amount of books to us. Imagine my surprise when a glance down the book list revealed that each one would be an entirely new edition. There are books of all different kinds, including quite a few that are banned. Troublesome, I know. So this wasn't an odd job I could trust to just anyone. And sorting them myself? My, what a headache that would be. It would take ages. All that to say, I'm very relieved to see you here. I would treat you to some tea, of course, but looking at the state of this place, perhaps another time, yes?
Don't worry, just leave the commission to us.
You're as sweet as ever, Paimon. Well then, good luck in here. I'll leave you to it.
Finally! We made it to the last stack! What even are some of these books? A Hilichurl's Guide to Running for Your Life? Do Hilichurls even read? Oh, and Basics of Whopper Flower Cultivation. Who'd grow one of those, anyway? And what's this one? The Little Witch's Dictionary? Huh. That title's kind of suspicious. And didn't we already sort this area? Did you notice it? Huh. Well, witches always make Paimon think of, you know.
Yoo-hoo! Looking for me?
Alice? How did you get in here?
You must not have noticed, Paimon. I wasn't the one who barged in at all. When you opened that dictionary, you entered a mage's domain.
What? Ugh! Paimon knew that book had issues.
Have you ever read the storybook The Little Witch and the Undying Fire by any chance? No matter. At least in name, this book was written as a dictionary for the other one. The actual contents of the two aren't related at all, though.
That explanation makes things even more confusing.
Oh dear. Where should I begin? You know the promise the Hexen Circle made to Varka at the Tripartite Conference, yes? Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to the nation? Well, waiting around for danger to descend upon the land isn't exactly our style. Rather than a scenario where we jump in and save the day out of nowhere, it makes more sense to lay the groundwork over time. That's how Em put it. Besides, who knows when such a crisis could occur? It could be in the next life, or even tomorrow. Preparation is crucial. So, I gathered the mages together to write this dictionary. Of course, it had to be under the guise of being related to that storybook. Otherwise, I would never have been able to get them in one place. Well, we looked into Barbie's scryglass and came up with a series of tasks tailor-made for the people of Mondstadt. They're all in this dictionary, striving toward a common goal. Oh, you're making... Now, I never said that.
Wait. Oh, uh-huh.
Well, this is an important... Much better to hide it in plain sight, you see. Besides, it's not like this is a bad thing. Just...
Okay. If the gold will take the dictionary.
Wonderful. Then I...
I do love Spina Di.
Yes, that'll do. Just a quick and simple cleanup job. Ah, little one, you're just in time. Oh, look at you. I can tell you're thinking. Oh no, she's going to send me off on some pain-in-the-neck errand again, isn't she? Don't worry. I was just going to say that we finished renovating the shrine and are preparing to roll out a brand new service. Now, I haven't had the chance to announce it yet, but here you are already. Wouldn't you agree that's good timing? See this offering box beside me? There's going to be another place to make wishes here soon. That's different. Fortune slips are about telling fortunes, whereas this is about making wishes. Now then, close your eyes, make a wish, write it down on a prayer plaque, then hang it up on this rack here, and maybe your wish will come true. Of course. But powerless Guji that I am, if that's what you wish for, then why not try it out? It's left over from writing. Try writing your wish there. That might make it more likely to come true. When have I ever lied to you? Hurry up now, little one. It's time to make your wish. Remember to write your wish on the fortune paper. After that, yes, nice and solemn. Very good. All right, little one, back to business. After all, the person you...
Hey there! Watch out!
Check! Clouds high. The birds come.
How dare you! Strike a pose! Time to shine! This one's got your name on it! Feeling lucky? A proper send-off! From the speed of...
The wind knows me. One with nature, as one with wind and cloud.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Yoo-hoo! Umbrella warfare, I guess! A proper send-off! From the Spina with love! Feeling lucky? Umbrella warfare, I guess!
Wind strider.
Strike a pose! Everybody stand back!
The wind knows me.
Let my name echo in song! Huh? Out of the way! This one's got your name on it! A proper send-off! From this umbrella warfare, I guess! I'm going in! Let's light it! This one's got your name on it! Umbrella warfare, I guess! Attack!
Into the wind! Fallen leaves, adorn my...
Yoo-hoo! Teamwork is dreamwork! Huh? Umbrella warfare, I guess! This one's got your name on it! Attack! Everybody stand back!
The wind knows me.
Time to shine! Feeling lucky? Umbrella warfare, I guess! Hiya!
One with nature.
Hey there! Hiya! A proper send-off! From the speed of teamwork is dreamwork!
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
Strike a pose! This one's got your name on it! Let's light it up! Yoo-hoo!
Into the wind.
I'm going in! Attack! That's the way.
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
Let the world collide! Shout! Feeling lucky? Umbrella warfare, I guess. Here! Take cover! Why do they never miss?
One with nature. Into the wind.
I really want to go traveling. I don't mind where we go, as long as I have my friends with me. little lucky?
Time to relax.
Feel a little lucky? Tap. Watch out! Look alive! Fellow warfare, I guess! Street your silver send-off! From the Stina with love! Hiya!
Yachan, Taechan, let's go!
Time to shine! Coming at ya! Buckle up! Hey there! Time to... Proper send-off! From the Stina with love! Hiya! This one's got your name on it! Showering you with praise! Hiya! Umbrella warfare, I guess! Gloves off! Cast your worries to... Fire! Well... Protect us! Watch out! Be a little lucky! Umbrella warfare, I guess! A proper send-off! From the Umbrella warfare, I guess! Umbrella warfare, I guess.
Yield! From whence you came!
Fire! Well, withdraw. Hey there! Let my name echo in song! Pin them down! Be a little lucky?
All right.
Yeah.